Hello everyone, welcome to another event for the LI season 1. We are slowly coming to the finale of the season, but first we have to face the team fun of descent for the B League. I'm Mark everyone, hello and welcome to another event and another team fun of descent event. We saw this event in the A League, but the overall standings after the elimination race, Foliage Fusion lead the way by only 1 point ahead of the Toxic Bombers after gaining their third medal in a row. They are now only 1 point behind the Foliage Fusion Sleepstreams in third, but we still have everyone can still win the championship here in this BD. Everyone is just so close here. But let's see the test run here. We saw this event, of course, in the B League. We just saw this event there. But in that case, where the Starship Speedsters that got the win, they're gaining their first ever gold. But here in the B division, we have like I said, everyone can still win. So going to this event, this is going to be an important one because that is the penultimate event of the B League. So the teams that is in the bottom four, that is the Mossy Masters, the Electro Jets, the Rebel Rodents, I think, and also the Mossy Masters. All of them need to do something because they have only this event and the finale, the marathon, to do something to escape the relegation zone. And let's see what's going to happen because everything can happen still with these last two events. We saw a lot of good battles here in the A League from this event, and I feel like we are going to see a lot of good battles as well for the B League here, which so far is looking a pretty good run here. Let's analyze here the stats run. I think that is the Frostfire Fighters, and yes, they have the top marble here, battling with the Pistachio Prestige and also the Dawnbreakers. Kingfishers are looking not great here in this event. So, and if you didn't saw the A League and don't know how this event works, basically you need to have the most members in the top. So because if you finish in the first one to drop to the funnel, the last hole are going to receive only 1 point. So, and the first one and the last one to drop to the last funnel are going to receive 16 points, and the others you can take. You can know because the first one are going to receive 16 points, the second one 15, the third one 14, and down to the last marble that is going to receive, like I said, 1 point only. And the sum of this, the top two are going to advance, and the bottom two are not going to advance. So they are going to be sorted based on the total result of their run. And I think going to this event, the record for this event in terms of members total results, I think that is the Coastal Crushers. They have the record with a 53, which was a really impressive result that we saw in the A League, but they lost all their momentum in the semifinals. So also another thing that we can see here, you need to be consistent, but consistency also in this event could be a strategy, because if you do incredibly well in the first heat, doesn't mean that you're going to be doing really well as well in the semifinals and also in the finale. You could just lost all your momentum in the semis or in the final as well and not get a good result. So you have to play strategically here in this event. Kingfishers are definitely not having a great momentum here. They are definitely going to finish last here in the test run. Forest Firefighters are also not looking that great, but Pistachio Prestige, I think they lost all their members. But in this case, definitely the Frost Firefighters, I think, are going to secure the win here in this round. And let's see here, the Pistachio Prestige had the last member to follow here to the green funnel. A massive win, actually, I may say, from the Pistachio Prestige, but still not good enough to win here. They're actually going to finish in second. Dawnbreakers finish in third, and the Kingfishers, of course, last. Consistently mediocre here for consistently mediocre run for the Kingfishers, but the Frost Firefighters showing what is a good result with a 48. But let's go straight to the heat number one of the Mossy Masters, Foliage Fusion, the championship leaders, Ignition Pulses, and the Origami Ornaments, a team that fell off 6 spots in the last event. Was the Origami Ornaments, of course. Not a good result in the elimination race, caused them to drop 6 spots in the overall standings, but still they are not that far away from the relegation zone. So we may start to see here teams like the Mossy Masters here. They are not looking good so far to escape the relegation zone, not looking like they are going to advance. Ignition Pulse is looking pretty good here. I think they are consistently in the middle of the pack in the overall standings, and also here in this run, having all of their members in the top 10. And also having one of them that is leading here, so looking pretty good for the ignition pulses. Origami Urim is looking a little mediocre. I think so far it's looking like it's going to be a battle between the other three teams because the ignition pulses have three of them members in the top 8. It's looking pretty good for the ignition pulses, but I can say here for you, early good run here for the ignition pulses might not turn into a final good result for them. So they need to continue doing good here because they can still fall off here in this run and finish not in the great result for this heat. But let's see. Polish Fusion, I didn't mention them so far. In the test in here in this heat, they are the championship leaders, of course. So if they still want to win the championship, of course, I think they still want to win this championship. They need to do a comeback because they are looking pretty dire here. They have two other members in the top 8, but one of the Mossy Masters and one of the Origami Ornaments are here as well. So the Polish Fusion looking a little inconsistent because they also have some members dropping to the last blue funnel. We are almost dropping here to the last 2 funnels here. We may see some members falling to the last funnel. The Mossy Masters have almost the bottom 3 here. They have the bottom 2 currently. It's looking pretty bad for the Mossy Masters team in the relegation zone. I think they are actually in that last. And yes, they have the bottom 5. That is a pretty disastrous run for the Mossy Masters. They need to do a comeback in this green funnel. They trying to make a comeback, but they are going to lose one of their members so far. Ignition Pulse is also one of their members as well. Mossy Masters about to lose another member. Yes, indeed. The Polish Fusion have all their members still here in this run. That means they're going to advance. I don't know. Oh, they are losing. Polish Fusion losing momentum here. They lost 3 of their members. Ignition Pulses and Origami Ornaments have members here still at the top. Polish Fusion are all done. Polish Fusion have all of their members done. That could be a consistent result for the Polish Fusion because they didn't have any members in the bottom 4, I think. But because of the overall score, because of these ignition pulses here that you can see here, and also the origami ornaments as well, I think the origami ornaments actually might be safe here. But the ignition pulses, because of these top 2 results for this member especially, might push the ignition pulses to a second place position. Oh, the ignition pulses fell to second, so origami ornaments finishing first. And yes, origami ornaments are going to finish in second actually. It's ignition pulses finishing first, and by 3 points only the Polish Fusion are eliminated. Championship leaders are gone. And Mossy Masters as well, team in that last place, are done as well. So oh my god, what an interesting result we have already. Toxic Bombers, Ore Spheres, Triumphal Troopers, and Electrojets are going to the heat number 2 here. That is a good opportunity here for the Toxic Bombers, and maybe as well the Ore Spheres here. They are in the top, I think, in the top 10, and also the Triumphal Troopers. These 3 teams can get a gold medal and jump to the top and maybe battling here for the championship for this B-League. So, but it's looking at a pretty disastrous run so far for the Toxic Bombers. Another championship leader, championship contender. That is not looking good here. The Electrojets, I think, are looking pretty strong. Same with the Triumphal Troopers. So the advancement positions might go to these 2 teams so far. The Ore Sphere is not looking that great, but they're trying to make a good recovery here. They're spreading some of their members here and trying to avoid contact with some of the Toxic members here in the blue funnel. The Toxic Bombers have 2 of their members here, I think, in the bottom 6, and yes, indeed, not looking good for the Toxic Bombers, the current runners-up here. The Ore Spheres and also the Electrojets have also one of their members battling here for the last place position. But oh my god, this heat is looking really mixed here. I can tell who is currently doing like the greatest here. Maybe the Triumphal Troopers are also looking that great because they have actually the Electrojets have the top 2 here, so they might actually be the ones that are like in a very secure position. It's a little hard to tell, so sorry for the commentary because we have some the Triumphal Troopers, Electrojets, and Toxic Bombers have some almost similar marbles or similar colored marbles, so this might confuse my mind, but I'm trying my best here. Electrojets and the Ore Spheres have one of their members individually, and also one of the Toxic Bombers, and also one of the Triumphal Troopers dropping almost to the last 2 funnels. So we are going to start to see some finishers here. I think the Electrojets might have the top 2 so far. So the Electrojets look in a great position. Ore Spheres are dropping their first member to the green funnel. Same with the Toxic Bombers and the Triumphal Troopers. Who is going to fall off first? Oh my God, who's going to be eliminated first as well? Oh, incredibly hard contact with the Auraspheres and Electrodeath members make the Electrodeaths lost one of their members. This might not look actually that great for the Electrodeaths. Toxic Bombers lost one of their members. Same as the Electrodeaths lost another one. Toxic Bombers have 3 of their members here, but all of them are done. They lost all of the momentum. Trio for Troopers also lost a lot of the members, and they also are going to battle for. They are going to lose their last one, I think, right now. If they don't, yes, they are done. The Auraspheres out of nowhere make a wonderful comeback to have almost the top 3. Look at that. They actually are trying to battle for the top 3, but it's not going to happen. They are only going to have one of their members in the top 3. Electrojets have a very good inconsistent run with 2 other members finishing in the top 2 and the other 2 in the bottom 5. So is this going to be enough for them to push them to the second place position? Because I think the Auraspheres are secured, and yes indeed, Auraspheres are going to advance with a very consistent run with a 49, and the Electrojets are going to take the second place position because of the Toxic Bombers and the Triumph Troopers haven't had members in the top 6 very consistent. They have a lot of members in the bottom, so that caused them the advancement positions. Slipstreams, Puppy Crew, Dazzling Stars, and also the Carnival Masks. The Carnival Masks, all these 4 teams are going to battle here in the heat number 3 for the top 2 here to see who is going to battle for the top 8 and maybe battling for the finale here and to get their medals here in this event, which could be important for some of these teams like the Dazzling Stars and the Carnival Masks especially that fell up to the relegation zone in the last event. Dazzling Stars are sitting in the 9th place position, but they are not safe from relegation. Any team actually are safe from relegation, so they need to do something because if they don't get a good result here in this event, this might be a pretty poor result for the Dazzling Stars in the overall standings. They might fall off to the relegation zone, so let's see what's going to happen. So far, also Slipstreams and Dazzling Stars have some similar marbles, so I'm going to try my best here to know who is each other, who is these 2 teams, where they are, and that stuff, Meanwhile, Carnival Masks are definitely not looking good. They have 2 of their members battling for the top 3 of their members actually battling now for the bottom 6. That is looking pretty disastrous so far for the Carnival Masks that really fell off in the last 2 events. They were, I think, in 4th place position, I think, after the block pushing event, but after that haven't had this greatest results so far in any of the last few events. So looking pretty disastrous for the Carnival Masks so far. Their situation so far in these standings and also in the champion in this event here is not looking good. They need to do something because they are in 14th place in the overall standings. They need to do a comeback here to secure that they are not going to be relegated, but still they have still a marathon too. If they don't do a comeback here, they can still do a comeback at a marathon, I think. I don't know, but they don't want to wait until marathon to do a comeback. They need to do a comeback right now here to secure a good position in the overall standings as well, and maybe battling for the championship, who knows. But who is going to fall first here is going to be the Carnival Masks that are going to lose their first member. Slipstreams are battling here with the Puppy Crew. The Puppy Crew are going to lose their member. I think that is 2 of the Slipstreams. The Slipstreams lost 2 of their members. 3rd place team in the overall standings so far, not looking good. Carnival Masks are about to lose another one, and yes indeed, Dazzling Stars are looking pretty good here. Same with the Puppy Crew. Dazzling Stars have 3 members so far still yet to drop. The Puppy Crew have, I think, 2 members yet to drop. And yes, indeed, Slipstreams, actually, Carnival Masks are all done, so they are over. They are not going to the events. Slipstreams might pushing here to make a little comeback here. Who is going to win this round? Slipstreams are the Dazzling Stars. The Dazzling Stars drop. And actually, the Dazzling Stars are going to win because they have the one member that is finishing really far ahead of the other 2. Yeah, Dazzling Stars are going to secure that position in the top 8, and yes indeed, and the Puppy Crew are going to take the 2nd position. Slipstream's 3rd place team in the standings are done. Same with the team in 14th place in the overall standings. Not looking good for these 2 teams. But good results for the Dazzling Stars, and also that is the Puppy Crew. They both need to really escape the relegation zone and secure that they are not going to be relegated going to season 2. So going to the last the last heat here before the semis, Dewdrop Dancers, Kindle Keepers, and the Rebel Rodents and the Pump Powerhouses are the last 4 teams that is still yet to run here in the heats. So let's see what's going to happen. Pump Powerhouses and the Kindle Keepers looking earlier in this run here, looking pretty good, having 2 or 3 members here battling the top 10. Rebel Rodents looking at a little mixed, and also same with especially the Dewdrop Dancers are looking really spread here with all the members, and not having some consistency here, and maybe this can cause them in an advancement position. But let's see what is going to happen, because everything can happen still in this event. Like I said, in this run here, everything can change in a matter of seconds. In a few, like 2 or 3 funnels, everything can change. And the Dazzling Stars, like I was saying, they are dropping here some of them members. Same now with the Pump Powerhouses that, and also the Kindle Keepers that have 2 members, and both had 2 members here dropping. Dewdrop Dancers might doing a comeback here with having 3 members in the top 10, but now as soon as I said here, they dropped the other 2 members here to the red funnel, and they are now dropping here. So it's looking really good actually now for the Pump Powerhouses. Pump Powerhouses are having now the top 2. Dewdrop Dancers have 2 of the members at the top 6, but they are having a very inconsistent run so far. The Rebel Rodents looking pretty dire here as well. Another team in the relegation zone. They need something because they have only these events and the other one to make a comeback. But the Rebel Rodents have all the 3 members here dropping to the last blue funnel here. So not looking good for the Rebel Rodents. And now the Kindle Keepers are maybe trying to recover, but they are not looking good here as well. This heat might go like in a Pump Powerhouses way. They are going to probably going to advance, I think, if they don't fail in this green funnel so quickly. But let's see. Kindle Keepers have the bottom 2 here. Not looking good for the Kindle Keepers. The Kindle Keepers just slipped here in slept in the last few funnels. What is going to drop? And who's going to drop first here? It is a lot of members here. 3 Rebel Rodents here trying to play here strategically, but it's not looking good. Rebel Rodents lost a member. Dewdrop Dancers lost another one. The Dewdrop Dancers are losing 3. Lost 3 of the members. Kindle Keepers lost 2. Rebel Rodents lost 3 as well. Rebel Rodents are almost done here though with the last one, but they are trying to make a comeback. Pump Powerhouses fading. Some are looking like they are fading here, but actually now they have the top 2. Actually, oh my god, the Dewdrop Dancers have now the first one. Rebel Rodents are not going to advance. The Pump Powerhouse is trying to play strategically. They both make a comeback with each other, and that pushed them to finish 2nd and 3rd. And Dewdrop Dancers are going to finish with a win here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And yes, Dewdrop Dancers, despite winning the heat here, they are eliminated with the Rebel Rodents here, with both 27 points. Kindle Keepers with a pretty consistent result. Actually, they did make a comeback. They are going to advance with the Pump Powerhouses. Foolish Fusion, Best of Arrest, and Carnival Masks dead last. Toxic Movers and 15. Jesus Christ! Oh my God! I don't know. I don't have any ideas of how the standings are going to look like after this event. I'm genuinely very interested to see who is going to lead after this event. Is how is going to look these standings after this event. So let's see. Semi-final number 1 with the Electrojets, Dazzling Stars, Kindle Keepers, and the Ignition Pulses. Let's see here. Ignition Pulses, actually, that is the Kindle Keepers, have the early member leading here, but like we saw in the last heat, they fade away in the last few heats. They got lucky that the Rebel Rodents and Dewdrop Dancers lost a bunch of our members, so they could advance here, but they need to play more strategically here in this run to secure that position in the top 4. And Electrojets are looking really inconsistent here. 2 of them members in the bottom 6, and 2 of them leading here. The 2 marbles, yellow marbles that is leading. Ignition Pulse is trying to do a comeback as well, finishing so far in 3rd and 4th. But let's see what is going to happen, because they can drop off as well. Let's see who is going to advance here. The Dazzling Stars are looking pretty dire here. They have all of the members in their spreading in only 2 funnels, and they are literally all of the members in the bottom 7. So Dazzling Stars are looking, after a great run in the heats, they are looking pretty dire here. They are not looking good looks like they lost all of their momentum from the heats. The Kindle Keepers are trying to do a comeback here with pushing all of their members to the top 8. But let's see, we're coming close and closer to the final part of this heat, with the last few funnels coming very soon here, I think. But Ignition Pulses as well are fading some of the members. Some of the members are fading here now to the bottom 6. Jeez, this is going to be a close heat, I think. I generally don't know how it's going to shake here this heat, because all of them have members in the bottom, and also all of them have members close to the top or in the top. That is the case for the Kindle Keepers, Electro Jets, and also the Ignition Pulses have some members at the top. The Dazzling Stars definitely looking the teams that is looking the weakest here so far in this run. Let's see what if they can do a comeback in this green funnel like the Kindle Keepers did the last heat. They are trying to do a contact with the Electro Jets member. We'll be able. Oh, they lost 2 of their members in the bottom 2. I think they, from my experience, I think 35 or 36 it is a good score to advance, but Electro Jets and the Dazzling Stars have some members failing so quickly here. Who is going to advance? Ignition Pulse is looking pretty good here. They tried to make a recovery here. All of their members are still here. Actually, they lost one of their members as I say that. But Ignition Pulses are actually lost one of their members as well. And they lost another one. The Ignition Pulses just fading here away here. Is this going to be enough for the Ignition Pulses to advance? Because the Electro Jets still are here with some of the members. I think they have one member also in the top, and yes, indeed. Oh my God, this is going to be good enough. I don't know. Electro Jets dropped their second member. Ignition Pulses lost all of them in the Kindle Keepers. I think they are pretty safe here, pretty safe to the finale. But who is going to join them? Electro Jets, importantly, are going to take the place, a win here in this round, and that is good enough by a tie break. The Ignition Pulses are out, and the Electro Jets are going to advance because of this winning marble here in this round. Oh my God, what a close hit so far, the closest hits that we ever seen in this event so far. Oh my God, they're going to the semifinal number 2 with a heartbreak result for the Ignition Pulses, despite a very consistent run they had. But the win for the marble for the Electro Jets was good enough to push them to the finale, which is crazy to think about it. Now the Puppy Crew, Origami Ornaments, Aura Spheres, and the Pawn Powerhouses are battling here to see who is going to be the last 2 teams that is going to take the last 2 placements to battle for the finale in maybe their first ever medals, first ever gold medals here in the season. That is the case, I think, for the Origami Ornaments, in the Pawn Powerhouses as well, because the Puppy Crew and the Aura Spheres also both them have one gold medal in the season. So, oh my God! And also, this hit is looking really similar to the last one. It's looking really spread here. All of the teams have some members in the down in the order, and all of them have also members in the top. Like the Puppy Crew have 2 of them members in the bottom 6, but also have a leading marble here. So we don't know what is going to happen here until we have some marbles finishing, which is crazy. But yeah, your ornaments are dropping so quickly. With one of their members. Aura Spheres are trying to do another comeback here after not starting that well here in this semifinal. They're trying to do the same comeback that they did in the heats, trying to do again to move on to the finale of this event. But let's see if they will be able to do that, because the Pawn Powerhouses have 2 other members in the top 5, and same with the Puppy Crew that have 2 other members in the top 3. Oh, but I think the Puppy Crew have one of the members that got stuck, but they got free themselves. They freed themselves, so they are still in first place here. Origami Ornaments are dropping here so quickly with one of their members, and Aura Spheres drop 2 other members here to the white funnel, battling for the last few positions, the last placements in this round. Puppy Crew have the top 2, I think, currently, and yes, they have the top 2. But the Bumper House is looking pretty consistent, but let's see if this is going to be enough, because last time the Ignition Pulses have a 37, but still couldn't advance because of the tie break. So let's see what is going to happen here. Aura Sphere is the first one to have one of their members dropping to the last funnel. Puppy Crew, I think that is. They also have a member. 2 of them, actually, one of their members battling here. But Aura Sphere is looking really dire here. They lost one of their members here already. Origami Ornaments and a lot of other members are dropping here as well. Origami Ornaments lost one of their members. Aura Spheres lost another one. This is not looking good for the Aura Spheres or neither the Origami Ornaments. Both of them lost 2 of the members, and The Puppy Crew lost their first one, and the Pumper Houses are still with all the members, but they lost one as I say that. They lost two of the members here. Oh, the Order Spheres now are doing a good comeback with the last two members, but that is going to be enough. I don't know. Where are the other few members? I think we have still some members here to finish. And yes, indeed, that is the two of the Puppy Crew, I feel like. And yes, the Orders finish only in third. So the Puppy Crew, this top two, and I think the third one that finished in the top 7. I think they are secured a finale placement here with the top 2. And let's see who's going to advance. I don't know. And yeah, the Puppy Crew are going to advance with a 47 and a 33, despite a pretty mediocre result for the Pumper Houses is being very seriously with you. The Pumper Houses still are going to advance. The Ignition Pulses, of course, are going to take the 5th place position. Order Spheres in 6, the Origami Ornaments in 7, and Dazzling Stars only in 8th. But now going to the finale, this is going to be interesting because none of these teams are currently in the top 5. I feel like maybe the Puppy Crew are in the top 5, but all the others are Meyer in the middle of the pack or down in the order, like the Electrojets that are in the relegation zone, but they might escape after this event. We still yet to see this, but let's see, going to the finale, who is going to take the penultimate gold of the B division and maybe secure their placement to the season 2 qualifiers? Because some of the teams here, if they get a gold medal here, I think they might secure their that they are not going to be relegated, but we still yet to see once again, like I said. But let's see, Kindle Keepers and Electrojets have the top 2 here currently, but also the Kindle Keepers and the Electrojets have 2 members, both of them have in the down in the order. So but the Pumper Houses are doing pretty consistent here, like they are doing the last few heats. The Pumper Houses are doing very consistent here in this event. Not sometimes not consistently good, maybe consistently mid, but they are still advancing here, and they still came here to this finale, and they are not going to let this gold go away from them. So they are going to try to get their first ever gold medal in any type of events in the qualifiers or this B League. They're still yet to get their first ever gold. Same with the Electorate that's here, and also the Kindle Keepers. So 3 teams that still don't have any gold medals in their careers are going to try to battle here, and the Puppy Crew are trying to get their second gold of the season, but the Puppy Crew are looking really dire here. They have all of them members not looking that great. All of the members are or in the middle of the pack, or one of them that are still in the top 4, but all the others are in the middle of the pack or down in the order. Same with the Kindle Keepers, that have some members are down in the order. So Kindle Keepers, they did a comeback here in the heats and also in the semifinals. So let's see if will be able to do a comeback as well here in this finale. But let's see, everything can happen. So far, the Electrojets are having the marble that is leading here, and also a marble that is finishing so far in 5th place position. But the Pumper Houses may be fading away as well. My God, who is going to be eliminated here? Who is going to take the medals? Kindle Keepers have the bottom 2, but the Pumper Houses and the Puppy Crew are trying to get they are dropping as well so quickly. So Puppy Crew lost their first one here. Or, I don't know, but I don't see one of the Electrojets. So, the Electrojets might lost one of their members because I don't see one of their members here. But let's see who is going to drop. Pumper Houses have all their members dropping here to the green funnel. So, who is going to be out? Oh, we have a lockjam here. The Electrojets lost a lot of members. The Pumper Houses have all the members that make it into the top 7, I think. Puppy Crew and the Electrojets have here, I think, the top 2. Actually, no, that is the top 3 here. We have all the 3 members individually are trying to get their individual win for all their teams. Puppy Crew are done. They're not going to take a medal, I think. Kindle Keepers are dropped. I don't know if they will be enough to get a medal. Oh, there it is. There it is, the Electrojets members. Oh, but they got stuck. The Electrojets, they got stuck. They're going to receive only 1 point. Who is going to take the gold? I feel like it might be the Pumper Houses at this point. And yes, indeed, Pumper Houses. I'm losing my voice here. They take the gold medal for their first time. They're going to take the gold medal. The Electrojets are going to take the silver, and the Kindle Keepers are going to take the bronze by only 1 point. despite the Electra that's finished having their marble stuck and receiving only 1 point, that was enough to push them to a second place position in this event. And the Puppy Crew with a very solid 4th place position for the team. This might secure that they are not going to be relegated after this event, but we still yet to see. Congrats to all of them that make it the podium, especially the Pump Powerhouses. But let's see who is going to lead after this event and who can still win the championship. Going to the finale, the Foolish Fusion are still leading, but the top 10 can still win. The top 13 can still make it to the podium. The top 3 are safe from relegation, and the bottom 3 can no longer make it to the top 3, so they can still not get relegated. But oh my god, going to the finale, this is going to be a mad one here. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the collision event. Goodbye.